Hi guys, I'm Laura.
And I'm Andrea.
And you are watching Two
Blonde Moms. We got it after all day.
I had to look at you though to watch your lips.
Oh, my lips. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to give you guys a little backstory of how Laura and I know each other. I get to know you, and I know that our audience loves to relate. You guys love to relate, and just to really kind of behind the curtain and take just all the smoke and mirrors and just be honest and real and talk about motherhood and kind of everything that we deal with in life and some of our favorite things and all that. So
Yes, I'm nervous because I don't know what she's going to ask me. So
for real, we don't have this rehearsed whatsoever. So anyways, how do we know each other?
I guess we met almost 6 years ago when our kids were in the same preschool class.
Yeah.
So we've known each other for a really long time. Mm-hmm. But again, as moms, chatting in the parking lot, I feel like we were instantly drawn to each other.
Yeah.
Even at that crazy time where you have like 2-hour windows between naps.
So we are often mistaken as sisters. Everybody thinks I'm Laura and Laura's me.
Which I gladly accept.
Do you have brown eyes too?
Hazel.
No, Hazel. Mm-hmm. And Laura, let's see. What else are we going to talk about? I actually had a whole list. So you're a single mom?
I am.
And what is something that, because we have a lot of viewers that are single moms and single parents, and what would you say the hardest thing is?
Oh
gosh. But this is why people love this. Because connect, and it's real.
And so I've been a single mom for actually a long time.
You're gonna make me cry.
Oh, why? That's so silly.
No,
Okay.
It's like, just so you guys know, and I've said this for years, single moms are my heroes. Like, I know how hard it is when David travels and when I'm doing things on my own, and oh my gosh, it's hard, and it is not easy, and you don't get a break, and it's the best thing, but it's also the hardest thing. So I know that the audience wants to hear about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that's kind of why I share my story.
And let me just say, I know being a mom is hard, so some of this isn't unique to being a single mom. I've been a single mom since my kids were like 1.5 and 2.5. The boys were about 2.5. Gio was about 1.5. And I think overall the hardest part is just not having that partner.
Yeah.
Just doing it, just the loneliness of doing it on your own. It's overwhelming, and you think when they're really little that it's tiring until they get to this age where they're in sports and school becomes harder and their classwork becomes harder, and you just get stretched thinner and thinner. And I know my friends who have husbands say the same thing. They feel the same way. So I think honestly the hardest part is just the loneliness, that at the end of the day,
you want to share it with somebody.
you want to share it with somebody, or
The highs and the lows, and
or just to be like, oh my gosh, that was brutal, or that was exhausting, or to sit down and have a glass of wine with, or just chat with, or not talk about your bad day, but just laugh with somebody. And so I honestly think that that's probably the hardest part, because I enjoy running around with kids, I enjoy being a mom, but I do wish that I had someone to do it with.
yeah, no, and we actually have a good friend who's a widow, and she says the same thing, that she misses just like the connecting at night, being able to just unload, I think, at night and share that with. And how have the kids adapted, having 2 different homes? And they're here primarily?
They are. So my kids, and everybody's situation is completely different. My kids have lived with me pretty much exclusively from the time that they were 1.5, 2.5, 3 years old up until recently. And now they are with their dad every other weekend, and they've seemed to adjust. It took a little while to adjust, and there's so much to talk about, and things that I could recommend, things that I think were hard, things that I think set them back, set me back, set maybe their dad back. But I think they've adjusted some now. We get along well, their father and I, and we just do the best that we can to keep things consistent for them. And I think that keeping what's best in mind for the kids versus us is really what you have to do, I think.
And can I just say, Laura's like a magnet, like to anybody that she's around, everybody just loves you. And when you were going through the hardest time, and I didn't know it when the kids were younger, you would have never known. She is the most positive, optimistic mama I know, and always had a smile on her face, always giving, always serving, always encouraging others. And I wish I would have known what she was going through at the time, because I didn't. And I think that's probably something that God has given you, just a gift of encouragement, because I'm sure you needed to be carried and lifted up. And maybe I feel like you're superwoman at times, but I would have never known what she was going through. And that really, I don't know, it's just, I admire that about you, is that she never complains. I'm always the one that's complaining in the parking lot.
That is
like,
not true. That's not true.
No, I just feel like she's super positive, and her personality and her smile is infectious, and I love that about her. And I know everybody loves that about you. And you just have like this effortless coolness. She's just cool.
Like dorkiness? I don't know.
No, soccer mom, soccer coach, and I feel like you volunteer in everything. And do you ever sleep? Like, I want to know. So we're gonna.
I do. That's the thing.
Okay,
I
so
sleep
we're gonna
when my
get
kids sleep.
When do you like? What time do you go to sleep?
So I go to sleep probably 9 o'clock at night.
9. What time do you get up?
Like 5 or 5:30.
And you go to Orange Theory every.
Drenched Fitness.
Oh,
yeah.
Drenched.
Yeah, Drenched Fitness.
Okay, which is in our area.
Yeah.
And you go at what, 5:30, 6?
No, I can't go. So that's another thing as a single mom. It's not, our kids are still so young that if I need to grab something at the store, I can't just leave. That's another thing that would be nice. Like in the mornings, this is not a problem, but I can't, for instance, go work out in the morning. After I take them to school a couple days a week, I can do it, but yeah.
So so what's your, what's on your bedside? Like, what's your favorite read right now? What are you reading?
Honestly, the Bible is probably, and that's a big reason for my waking up so early, is that's the time I genuinely have time to do my Bible study. I read my Bible in the morning. It's when I clean, I throw in a load of laundry. And I think often my single mom friends say the same thing, that we don't have a husband, so we don't feel this urge. Not that our husbands want to keep our kitchen clean or stuff to be put away, but I would be the same way. I'd want to get that done at night. So that's just something we do in the morning, and it's time for me to just reflect and sit there with my cup of coffee. I'm trying to think the last book I read too. Carly just gave me a good one that I didn't finish this summer. I read some not good ones this summer. And
it's okay, let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I just read For Love of the Game by George Foreman. It's a book about the youth basketball machine.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, my kids have gotten into basketball recently, and I'm coaching my daughter, and so that was a cool read.
You're coaching G in basketball?
Yeah.
Did you play basketball?
I did, but only until like 8th grade.
Oh, that's so cool. Huge athlete. And what's your skincare routine? I'm curious. She has such good skin.
I'm horrible. This is Andrea's. I literally wash my face with water and a washcloth. Like not even soap.
I know somebody else that does it.
That's
I think I'm doing it all wrong.
But I don't wear makeup normally. So I just use water.
So tonight you have
makeup
makeup
on
on
Aveeno, which I've heard is like one of the worst things, but I love it. Thank you,
Skincare
Aveeno.
lotion? What?
Lotion.
Aveeno lotion.
Mm-hmm. And face wash. If I'm in the shower, I'll use Aveeno. Shower face wash too.
So tonight you use Aveeno?
No, just water.
And that's how you take your makeup off? Yeah. And you don't break out?
No.
I'm so jealous. It's not fair.
What do you use?
I use just about everything.
Yeah.
Everything I just did microneedling for the first time, and so she has this.
It sounds frightening.
DNA repair. I know, but I drink a lot of coffee, so I have like hormonal stuff, and then I break out, and I don't know. That's something that's
we should do that. We need to do that.
Yeah,
and film it. You getting
the microneedling?
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. They put numbing cream on, and then it's like these little. It doesn't hurt.
Didn't leave marks.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt that bad. What's your favorite guilty pleasure? Like in terms of, are you a?
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure?
Right now, they rotate, but right now it's Takis chips, which are like these super spicy chips, and they're horrible for you, you guys. There's like all these reports that they put holes in your stomach, and they're delicious. Oh. So I like a little bag of Takis and like an awesome apple at the same time.
Oh, that's nice. And you were talking
What's
about...
yours?
You and Noah were talking about intermittent fasting. I'll tell you mine in a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you do that?
I'm total fan of it. It sounds scary.
Because David does intermittent fasting, and I naturally do it. Like I wait until hunger. I don't eat. I've never been a breakfast person, so I just naturally kind of skip breakfast and eat.
Well, and it sounds, if anyone, and I'm not a physician, so I would look into it if any of you are thinking of doing
if you have blood sugar stuff.
But it sounds like this creepy thing where you're not eating or it's weird, and it's absolutely not. What I like about it is that it's not a diet at all. You don't have to eat special foods. You don't have to avoid special foods necessarily, although try to stay away from Takis. But basically, you just have a period of time that you are eating. You can do 12 hours on, 12 hours off. 18 hours of not eating. The rest of the time you can eat.
Now, do you do
basically
keto?
Because
all these keto people, do you do keto? No.
So essentially, it's just a time for your body to metabolize what's already in there. Again, I'm not a doctor, and it just gives your body time to digest.
Fasting's in the Bible. Let's just be.
But you don't feel hungry, or at least I don't feel hungry when I do it, and I feel healthier, and I actually make better choices. It's essentially just a shorter window that you're eating.
So you eat like 12 to 7? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
12 to 7.
Mm-hmm. And you can adjust. Some people go 11 to 6, or depending on your schedule. Yeah. I
eat like 12 to 12.
Well, that's just it. It's the nighttime eating.
I eat at like 11:30. My chocolate. That's my guilt. I'm a chocolate person, and I like. I'm primarily gluten-free, but I like gluten-free brownies. But I really try to do xylitol and stevia instead of
What's xylitol?
It's like stevia. I really try to do. I'm all kinds of.
Hi guys.
Come on and say hi. Girl, what's your favorite snack, girls?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. What's yours?
Popcorn.
Do you want to try that? You can eat it.
Who's already ate it?
Popcorn.
So these kiddos go to school together. Evie, you want to try? Yeah. Gia and Ocean are in 3rd grade, and they both will be 9.
No, not that.
Everson, what grade are you in?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did you fall? How is it?
You like it? All right, good.
Sweet. Do you guys have any questions for us, girls? Do you have any questions?
Are you gonna make more popcorn?
No, really. Do you have a question for Mom?
Are you gonna make more popcorn?
I can make more popcorn without the stuff on it, the candy stuff.
Yeah.
I have a question for each of you. Gia, what is your favorite verse in the Bible?
John 3:16.
And what is that? Can you say it?
That's yours too.
What is it?
God so loved the world, and He gave His one and only Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life.
Good job, baby girl.
What's yours, Osh?
John 3:16.
The same.
What about, can you say Proverbs 3, 5, and 6? Trust.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understandings. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path.
Good job. And Evie, what's yours?
John 3:16.
What about Matthew 2:10? Or Isaiah 26:3? Thou shalt stay in peace.
Thou shalt stay in perfect peace, and I am sailing. You will rest in Him, Isaiah 26:3.
Good job, bud.
And guys, one last question for you girls. Now you go to a Christian school and you learn about Jesus every day, right?
Yeah.
What does Jesus mean to you?
Love.
Love?
Like if you're scared
I
of the
love that,
dark,
Evie.
if you're scared of the dark, where's Jesus?
Your heart.
Your heart. And do we cry out to Him and say, please help? Don't let the
How we pray.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite thing about going to Christian school?
That they have hard math.
Did they have hard math?
They
What
have
else?
hard math.
We have to do science.
What's that?
Science? They get to do science.
Oh, science.
But what else? About being at a Christian school versus another school.
Oh, no, we get to learn about Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to learn about Jesus. And do you guys not have the best teachers?
Well, I like last year.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're excited. Evie, do you know what we're doing? I somehow got assigned to be room parent for kindergarten to do parties, which you should have been, but
I
although
never.
you don't
I
have
don't
a
volunteer. I don't volunteer.
They volunteer for me.
You got voluntold? They're doing that this year.
I got voluntold. Is
voluntold.
that
Oh,
a
this year?
term?
I'm like, I don't sign up for it, and then the principal will call me. Oh, you know, we need your help. Or
Yes,
whomever.
I got
I'm like,
voluntold.
"Oh, okay, I just got
Anyways, we're doing a Christmas party, and it's going to be a happy birthday Jesus theme, right, Evie?
Yay!
So we're super excited, and
Dad.
thanks for watching, you guys, and like, comment, and share anything that you guys actually any content you guys want us to cover. Let us know the content, what you guys want to hear,
got
see,
adorable.
any topics you want us to talk about. Just give us ideas. We'd love to hear your feedback.
Look at the
And you can go to
little
pureflix.com. I'm Andrea Logan White. This is
Laura Giuliani.
and this is
Gianna Gibbons. Ocean White.
what's your name?
Ocean White.
And say until next time.
Yeah.
Until next time, guys.
Thanks for watching.
See you soon.
Bye.